Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Obas Trending Gist. Today, we are discussing a political masterstroke that unfolded in just 280 characters. P2B, the Labour Party's presidential candidate, recently posted a tweet regarding the supposed resignation of APC chairman Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje due to health reasons. On the surface, it looks like a standard, respectful message, a political leader commending another for prioritizing his health. But if you read between the lines, you'll see this isn't just a get well card. It's a brilliantly crafted political attack using Ganduje's health as a Trojan horse to land a heavy blow on his main rivals. Let us break down how he did it, piece by piece. Let's start with the setup. Obi begin with what I call the velvet glove. He writes, I have just read a news report that the national chairman of the ruling party, Dr. Abdullahi Omar Ganduje, has resigned, citing health challenges. I must commend Dr. Ganduje for prioritizing his health above all else. It is both wise and honorable to step aside. So, this is a classic political strategy. He starts with praise, establishing a tone of respect and maturity. He's not being aggressive. He's being statesmanlike by commending Ganduje. He disarms everyone who might want to accuse him of being opportunistic. He's framing the conversation around a noble principle, putting one's health and the nation's need first. This gives him the perfect plausible deniability. If anyone accuses him of attacking his opponent, his supporters can simply say, Did you even read the tweets? He was praising Ganduje, but it's the next part where the velvet gloves comes off and the iron fist is revealed. This is the pivot. The tweet is no longer about Ganduje. Ganduje has now become a standard, an exemplary action, and Obi immediately uses his new standard as a weapon. He says Ganduje has thrown a challenge to other leaders. And who might these other leaders be? He doesn't leave us guessing for long. Listen to this carefully. Leaders who are not only competent but also physically and mentally fit. We can no longer afford leadership defined by medical tourism, long holidays, or absenteeism caused by age-related ailments. Let's be clear, this is a direct, though unnamed missile launched straight at the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and to some extent other members of political old guard, physically and mentally fit. This was a core underlying theme of Obi's own campaign. He presented himself as a younger, more vigorous, and intellectually sharp candidate. He is directly contrasting his perceived strength with perceived weakness of his opponents. Medical tourism. This is the smoking gun. Medical tourism is the precise term used by critics to describe President Tinubu's frequent trip to France and the UK for medical attention. By using this exact phrase, Obi leaves no doubt about who he's talking about. Age-related ailments. Again, this directly targets the age and health concerns that were major talking points against the older rivals during the 2023 election campaign. He uses Ganduje's situation to create a public benchmark for leadership, a benchmark he believes his main rival fails to meet. He's essentially saying, look, even a member of the ruling party understands when your health fails, you should step aside for the good of the nation. Why won't others do same? So, how does this all come together as a political tool? It's a three steps masterstroke. Step one, create a noble frame. He starts by praising Ganduje, creating a noble, non-confrontational frame. It's all about health and honor. Step two, weaponizing the frame. He then uses that frame as a standard to judge and implicitly condemn his main political opponent without ever mentioning his name. He forces the reader to connect the dots themselves, which is far more powerful than a direct insult. Step number three, provide the solution. And how does he end the tweet? With his campaign slogan, after laying out the problem, unfit leaders, medical tourism, absenteeism, he immediately presents the solution himself and his movement. A new Nigeria is possible. Isn't just a sign, is the answer to the problem he just manufactured in the tweet. So, he has successfully used an opponent's associate, that's Ganduje, to reinforce a negative narrative about his main rival, Tinubu, all while positioning himself as the mature, healthy, and capable alternative. Well, as you can imagine, a tweet this layered set the internet on fire. The comment section was a battlefield of opinions, perfectly reflecting the political divisions in Nigeria. So, let's look at the five typical responses. Number one, we have a supporter. Adezokoro writes, "This is why we love PO," that's P2B. He speaks the truth with intelligence and courage. He didn't even mention any name, but the message is clear. We need a vibrant and healthy leader. A new Nigeria is possible. Eze sees this as a sign of Obi's intelligence. She gets the subtext and celebrates it as a brave way to speak truth to power. This is the core obedience perspective. On the other side, you have a clear APC supporter, Bashir Ahmed, comments. So Peter Obi now rallies on fake news to make a political point. This is cheap and desperate. Instead of celebrating a fake resignation, he should focus on building his party, always looking for shortcuts. Bashir focuses on the fake news aspect, dismissing the entire tweet as a deceptive and desperate tactic. He sees it not as clever but as dishonest. Then there's the neutral analyst, Tunde Williams, says, "You have to admit this is a 4D chess move. Using your opponent's chairman to subtly hit the president is a smart politics. I don't know if I like it, but I respect the strategy. Politics is a game and Obi is playing it. Tunde is detached from the partisan fight. He's not picking a side, but he recognizes the respect the political maneuvering for what it is, a calculated strategic play." Next one focuses on the core issue. Fatima Bello writes, "Forget who said it. The point is valid. Nigeria cannot be led by anyone who is not 100% fit for the job. Our problems are too many. The health of our leaders should be a major concern for all of us." Fatima doesn't care about Obi, Tinubu, or Ganduje. She agrees with the central message: leadership requires health and fitness. For her, the substance of the argument is more important than the political game behind it. And finally, you always get the humor from Chukwode, the comic. Ganduje reading this tweet on his way to the office like, "Wait, I resigned?" Obi gave the man a free retirement plan. This user injects humor, highlighting the absurdity of the situation and providing a moment of comic relief in a tense political discussion. In conclusion, this tweet is far from a simple message of goodwill. It is a calculated and sophisticated piece of political communication. It's a perfect example of a velvet-gloved punch. It feels soft on the outside, but it's designed to do maximum damage. Obi successfully uses Ganduje's health as a political prism to shine a harsh light on the perceived vulnerability of the current administration. He attacks without appearing to attack, and critique while appearing to commend. Whether you support him or not, you have to admit the strategy is incredibly clever. But what do you think, guys? Do you see this as a brilliant political move, or do you think it's an unfair use of someone's health for political gain? Or maybe it's a bit of both? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to read what you think. And if you found this breakdown insightful, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another analysis.